After completing this video, you will be able to create lists on a web page using HTML. In the previous topic, we learned about HTML tags and how we can use them to add content on a web page. In this video, let us have a look at how we can create lists on a web page. Lists is a collection of related items. For example, let's suppose you want to write all the steps in a sequence that are involved in a server-client communication. There, it's easy to pick up a pen and paper and write it down. But how would you make a list on a web page? Well, this is also equally easy. To create lists on a web page, we use the lists HTML tag. Lists are of two types. One is ordered lists and the other is unordered lists. Let us start with the ordered lists. An ordered list is a collection of related items in some particular order. For instance, the example which we used earlier in this video is of ordered lists, as we have used numbers to define a particular sequence. To create an ordered list, we use the OL tag, wherein each list item then starts with the LI tag. Let's see how we can create an ordered list. We will first start the code with an opening ordered list tag. Next, the list items which we want to add in the ordered list will be added between the opening and closing list tags. And lastly, we will add the closing ordered list tag. Pretty simple, right? Now, instead of numbers, we can also use alphabets, Roman numerals to define the order of lists. To do this, inside the OL tag, we can use an attribute named as type, which can be used to choose the markers. Markers are used to assign value to type attribute to use a particular order type. So here, we have chosen the marker as 1, which means that the list will now have numbers. Now, depending on the value of the markers, we can choose to create different types of ordered lists. Here you can see we have 5 different lists and each representing a different type of order. Let us see the corresponding HTML code of the list 1. You can see we have defined the marker value as 1 inside the opening ordered list tag. So in order to create a numeric list, we use marker value as 1. Let's move to the list 2. Here, you can see in the HTML code, we have defined the marker value as small a to create a list alphabetically using small letters. Similarly, in the list 3, we have used capital A to create an alphabetically ordered list using capital letters. In list 4, we have used marker as capital I to create an ordered list using capital Roman numerals. And lastly, in list 5, we have used the markers as small I to create a list using small Roman numerals. Next is unordered lists. An unordered list is a collection of related items with no special order or sequence. Here, bullets are used to place an item. Let us see how we can create unordered lists using this previous example. Using a similar approach as we followed to create ordered lists, we will first start the code with the opening UL tag. Next, we will add all the list items using the list tag like this. Lastly, we will close the unordered list HTML tag. By default, the style of the bullet is disc shaped, and if we want to change the style of the bullet, we can use the type attribute and define its value. Now, if we add the type value as circle, you can see the disc shaped bullets have changed to circular bullets. And if we change the type value to square, the bullets change accordingly to square shape. Now, you might be curious to know if we can create an ordered list inside an unordered list or vice versa. The answer is yes, absolutely. To create such lists, also referred to as nested lists, we can use the OL and UL HTML tags interchangeably in the HTML code. Let us use this example to demonstrate how we can create a nested list. Suppose we want to create an ordered list inside an unordered list like this. This means that the first 2 list items will be in a bullet, the third item will be ordered, and the remaining list items will be again in a bullet. So our code will first start with the UL tag and then we will define the first list item inside the LI tag. In the next line, we will again add the list item inside the LI tag. But notice that we have not closed the UL tag. This is because the ordered list is nested inside the unordered list. Next, the ordered list tag will be a child to this unordered list tag. So we will add 8 leading spaces and will add the list item using the LI tag. As this is the only list item that we want to list as ordered, we will now close the OL and LI HTML tags. And similarly, for the remaining list items, we will enter the list items inside the LI HTML tag. Finally, we will close the list with the UL tag. So, this was an example of an ordered list inside an unordered list. Using the same approach, you can create an unordered list inside another unordered list, create an unordered list inside an ordered list, and create an ordered list inside another ordered list. Next, we will discuss the description lists HTML tag. A description list is a collection of items with a description for each item. It is ideal for any key value listing like a grocery or a dictionary. Let's have a look at this HTML code where we have used the DL HTML tag and its response in the browser. Here, you can see we have used three new HTML tags, that is DL, DT and DD. The DL tag is used to create a description list. Quite simple, isn't it? Next, each item in a description list has two parts. The first one is the term, which is defined by using the DT tag, and the next part, which is detail, which is defined using the DD tag. Always remember, DT and DD tags will always appear in pairs. So that was all about how to create lists using HTML. In the next video, we will see how we can create tables on a web page using HTML.